Well, I'm gonna dive right into silliness here. Okay.
Why stop now?
So, coming to you live from the edge of the fashion cliff. We're gonna teeter on the edge here. These are from our friend Will Ersprung, and he asked us a combo of 3 questions. So I'm gonna throw them at you, and then we'll answer them individually. Can you wear A, bolo tie with a kilt, B, tie-dye with tartan, C, a Jerry Garcia necktie with a kilt? And I think Will is flashing back to his hippie days or something with those. So
a bad trip.
Yep. So okay.
I think I'm having a bad trip right now.
Bolo tie.
Can
you? Should you? Would you? Wear a bolo tie with a kilt?
Could it work? Insofar as there could be a parallel universe to ours, and somewhere along that timeline, someone could have done something like that to make it work. Sure. Would I ever do it? No.
Okay.
I know you differ a bit on me on the bolo tie being from out west.
A little bit, but yeah.
It's crossing the streams for all of these things. But I'll start with the bolo tie.
Okay. So you want my opinion, or is that? I've done it. Full confession, I've done it, but I've only done it.
Hired you?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Honestly, I did this after you hired me. The first time I did this was for the company Christmas party a few years ago at the Kimberton Inn.
Do I remember this?
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
It was that elegant and that subtle you didn't even notice.
It was a skinny tie.
Yeah, basically that's the answer. Is basically small and simple design. I think you get away with it with a waistcoat. I would not wear it without a waistcoat. Basically, you want to minimize the effect, so it's just a little bit of a splash, a little bit of a ping there. I have a few bolo ties. I inherited most of them. So the one I wore with my kilt, I think it was with sterling tartan, or it was one of my blue tartans.
Okay.
It's very simple Navajo style with one single piece of turquoise in the center. I also have, like, for those of you who know what I'm talking about, I have a Zuni inlay style eagle dancer, which I inherited from my dad, and it's about like that f***ing big. So that like big old giant eagle dancer or something like that with a kilt, that would look really weird. Really kind of odd. So I'd say you could get away with it's always degrees. On this side, I will come down on subtlety is okay. If you're thinking like tiny little bolo ties like you have in the 80s and that kind of thing, a small one, you could maybe get away with it. But if you're talking like, king of the rodeo, in gold and silver and everything, nah,
Nefertiti,
it's not gonna work.
Big old honking thing.
So that's my answer to that.
Okay.
But bolos are part of my family heritage, so
tie-dye shirt.
I won't rule them out. Nope.
Nope. Maybe if you're not with tartan. If you're wearing like a utility kilt or something like that.
That wasn't the question.
I know it's not. I'm trying to give a little bit.
Yeah.
Trying not to be so negative.
If you're going to Burning Man in your utility kilt and tie-dye, then that's not really our bailiwick.
Yeah.
So, fine.
Yeah.
You do you.
It's not tradition.
But with a traditional tartan kilt, it's just like...
With any tartan kilt, whether it's tradition or not. But the... my eyes hurt.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure somebody out there will say, like, what if the colors are kind of harmonizing? Like if you have blue in both of them, or is it like, nah.
Nope.
It's just odd. I wouldn't. Because you're going. We always say it's a difference between like, are you going with grandular lines like you have in the tartan, or you're going with round blobby shapes, and that's what we're talking about here.
Or stripes.
Yeah.
It's you're mixing patterns.
Exactly.
Are you doing argyle?
Yep.
Are you doing plaid or tartan? Are you doing stripes? Are you doing houndstooth? There's certain ones that you can mix a little bit.
Right.
But tie-dye is not among them.
Nope.
I don't care whether the colors work or not. It's still,
no.
Yeah,
it's just you're mixing rounds and squares. It's just geometrically it doesn't work. And it will probably open a fissure in the space-time continuum. So I really don't recommend it.
Yes, you're putting a square peg in a round peg in a square hole.
Okay, last one, dude. Like, you're going to the Dead show and you got your Jerry Garcia tie. Can you wear that with
would
a
you
tartan
wear
kilt?
a tie to a Dead show?
I have opinions about Deadheads, so I shouldn't go there. But
I have a lot of opinions. I shouldn't go there on a lot of things. The
nah,
No.
I couldn't even remember what the heck that they look like.
No, it's like an artsy.
Yeah,
you know,
it's like paint splot. Ian's nodding like he's just like
Yeah.
bloop, kind of like
It is the type of tie you would expect an old stoner to invent or design in the 1980s.
it's like a lava lamp. They're kind of lava lampy. They're very swirly color, and they're cool. They're very electric colors, but
Yeah, but it's also the 80s like neon color time frame as well as the
90s.
hippie-
Really,
Was it 90s?
I think they
Or
came
was
out
it-
in the 90s, but there's still a lot of weird color stuff
Yeah.
in the 90s. But it's just too electric and too. I don't. How the heck would you match the colors in one of those ties to the palette of a tartan? I don't think you could do it.
It's too much going on.
I
Ian.
tend to think of these as very late 90s, early 2000s, because that's
Exactly.
when I owned a couple of them.
Did you really?
I did.
Oh, and we
in
hired
middle-
you?
Yeah.
God, we need a question.
Well, I
on-
was young.
You
I
bastard.
was in middle and high school at the time. I was doing a lot of jazz band performances. And
You're
I
in
had a
jazz
couple-
band?
Yeah.
Where'd you
Played
play?
the baritone saxophone.
I was just about to say, I bet he played the sax.
He was a saxophone player.
Yeah, I had a couple of those ties. I liked them quite a bit. I feel like they feel like of a time, and I don't think I'd wear them even now. I'm definitely not with a kilt. But
It's the bell bottoms of ties.
And Matt, our tech guy, is over here, and he just put up the whiteboard and said, "I had one too."
it's not for old guys. Sorry.
Dude, we need to add that question
I-
to the
Yeah.
to the interview process.
Have
Have
you
you ever
ever
owned a
owned a-
Jerry Garcia or a bolo tie? Would you wear it with a kilt? The answer is yes. They're out.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. That's funny.
For the record,
yeah.
I have worn neither. Kind of proud of that
Yeah,
now.
it's funny because I'm enough of a clothes horse that I've got like a style of necktie from pretty much almost every decade that neckties have been a thing.
Fair.
but I do not have a Jerry Garcia tie, nor shall I ever have one. So
Indeed.
if you want to look like there's a melting ice cream cone on your neck, fine, go for it.
It's like a dolly necktie. I like the melting
Yeah,
clocks
man.
and that. Yeah.
I could see rocking it with like a white suit going to the surrealist art gallery opening. You know
Sure,
what I mean?
that. Yes, not with a kilt.
But not with a kilt. No. And again, it's because it's kind of the blobby thing. It's you get this flowy thing, and then the rigidity of tartan. It just doesn't. You're crossing the line, I think.
Okay, here now as
This is more information than any of you guys really wanted to know.
Nope, don't care. Going off the rails. Starting off the rails. We're gonna parallel park this train. So, here's the question then. So, for what if, as an art piece, so to speak, outside of bounds of Highland wear, forget that. You're gonna wear a like tartan suit, plaid head to toe.
Oh.
One of those like mismatched, pieced together tartan,
You mean
jackets.
like you owned when you were super into the Bosstones?
No, that was a full just Royal Stewart. I mean,
Okay.
like a patchworky kind of one. The sleeve is one tartan. This is another tartan. The pocket square is
Yeah,
another.
but that's art.
Would
That's
you
just
do
weird.
that with a Jerry Garcia tie? And
Why not?
I don't know, a feather bonnet or something.
Why
weird?
not? At that point, why not? Because you're totally outside the realm of what we're talking about. At that point, the tartan is just an abstract widget you're using, a color pattern in your art project of an outfit. So
At that point, I think I would. What would you call it? The fashion cliff?
the fashion cliff.
I think I would nudge that person off the fashion cliff. Yeah, so,
Yep.
whoops. Boop. Sorry.
Did you appreciate that video? Do you like our channel? Do you care about us at all? Help us fight the evil that is the algorithm, and mash the like button and ring the bells and subscribe to us and all that good stuff.